So cozy. Felt like doing something like more of your territory, but except I'm not a girl, so I can't look pretty, you know. So I did what I could and wanted to do a few little things like from your channel, at least one thing, because quite honestly I liked it, and I wanted to give my viewers a chance to go and check you out because you do a better job than I'll ever do. But nonetheless, I wanted to do something by um, Alfred Lord Tennyson. That was from your channel, and I was so impressed with it I decided to try it myself. Okay, so this is Alfred Lord Tennyson, and his piece is called "The Splendor Falls," and it goes something to like this: The splendor falls on castle walls and snowy summits, old in story. The long light shakes across the lakes, and the wild cataract leaps in glory. Blow, bugle, blow, set the wild echoes flying. Blow, bugle, answer, echoes dying, dying, dying. Oh hark, oh hear, how thin and clear, and thinner, clearer, farther, going. Oh sweet and far from cliff and scar, the horns of Elfland faintly blowing. Blow, let us hear the purple glens replying. Blow, bugles answer, echoes dying, dying, dying. Oh love, they die in young rich sky. They faint on hill or field or river. Our echoes roll from soul to soul and glow forever and forever. Blow, bugle, blow, set the wild echoes flying, and answer, echoes, answer, dying, dying, dying. And so I wanted people to go and check you out, so I'm going to leave your channel up on the video description for this particular video so that maybe they can check out somebody who's better than me at doing something like this. So anyway, and I thought I'd let it go at that, but I couldn't. For one, it makes the video too short. You know how that goes. But there were a few other people that actually told me of poems that they like. One of them being Mr. Daniel Droz. Forgive me if I pronounced it wrong. But anyway, he suggested to me to read a piece by Delmore Schwartz. Okay, so I read it. Thank you very much. Seriously, we're going to include that on this video as well. And I wanted to read something by Delmore Schwartz to you, called "Calmly We Walk Through This April's Day." How fitting, it is April. Anyway, so he goes something like this. Calmly we walk through this April's day. Metropolitan poetry here and there. In the park sit pauper and rentier, the screaming children, the motor car, fugitive about us, running away. Between the worker and the millionaire, number provides all distances. It is 1937 now. Many great dears are taken away. What will become of you and me? This is the school in which we learn. Besides the photo and the memory, that time is the fire in which we burn. This is the school in which we learn. What is the self amid displays? What am I now that I was then? What I shall suffer and act again? The theodicy I wrote in my high school days restored all life from infancy. The children shouting are bright as they run. This is the school in which they learn. Ravaged entirely in their passing play. That time is the fire in which they burn. Avidus rushed, that reeling blaze. Where is my father and Eleanor? Not where are they now? Dead 7 years. But what they were then? No more? No more? From 1914 to the present day, Bert, Spira, and Rhoda consume. Consume not where they are now. Where are they now? But what they were then, both beautiful. Each minute burst in the burning room, the great globes reels in the solar fire, spinning that trivial and unique away. How all things flash! How all things flare! What am I now that I was then? May memory restore again and again. The smallest color of the smallest day. Time is the school in which we learn. Time is the fire in which we burn. And you'd think I would stop there, but I don't think so. I'm going to keep going on this. It just feels like I'm on a roll right now. So anyway, so my friend here on YouTube who goes by the name of Jace Jacobs, that's probably his real name, but you never know. I mean, we all go by pseudonyms of some sort. Anyway, so Chase goes and suggests that I would bring up Summer Storm, even though he doesn't like poetry. Go figure. But anyway, so Summer Storm was written by someone named Dana Gioia. I could be pronouncing that wrong, but that's pretty close to what I think it is. He wrote Summer Storm, and here we go, by Mr. Dana Gioia. We stood on the rented patio while the party went on inside. You knew the groom from college. I was a friend of the bride. We hugged the brownstone wall behind us to keep our dress clothes dry. I like to keep these dry. And watched the sudden southern storm floodlit against the sky. The rain was like a waterfall of brilliant beaded light, cool and silent as the stars the storm hid from the night. To my surprise, you took my arm, a gesture you didn't explain. And we spoke in whispers as if we too might imitate the rain. Then suddenly the storms receded as swiftly as it came. The doors behind us opened up. The hostess called your name. I watched you merge into the group, aloof and yet polite. We didn't speak another word except to say, good night. Why does that evening's memory return with this night's storm? A party 20 years ago, its disappointments warm. There are so many might-have-beens. What is that won't stay buried? Other cities, other jobs, strangers we might have married. And memory insists on pining for places it never went, as if life would be happier just by being different. I'm not sure how life would be happier because I'm already different. But that's beside the point. Anyway, and I appreciate getting some of the tips of reading other people's stuff. So, you would think I would stop there, but not quite. Still got a little time left. I wanted to do yet another. And this one, someone who goes by Paul Bradford. I think that's his real name, but you never know. Anyway, he suggested to do something by Leonard Cohen. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I have no clue. I've never heard of Leonard Cohen. Actually, I may have. But So I decided to go and look him up in the space of, I don't know, 48 hours and just see what I could find. And I decided I wanted to try this one. And this is by Leonard Cohen. And this one's called Bird on the Wire. And it reads something like this. Like a bird on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free. Like a worm on a hook, like a knight from some old-fashioned book, I have saved all my ribbons for thee. If I had been unkind, I hope that you can just let it go by. If I had been untrue, I hope you know it was never to you. For like a baby stillborn, like a beast with his horn, I have torn everyone who reached out for me. But I swear by this song and by all that I have done wrong, I will make it all up to thee. I saw a beggar leaning on his wooden crutch. He said to me, "You must not ask for so much." And a pretty woman leaning in her darkened door, she cried to me, "Hey, why not ask for more?" Oh, like a bird on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free. And I want to thank Mr. Paul Bradford for contributing that information. Anyway, Anyway, I wanted to let y'all know that if I don't get back to you for about a week, don't worry about it. I'm just taking a little time off from YouTube and to observe something I call Passover. And I could talk about that, but really this video has gone on long enough. But before I go, I just wanted to leave you two halves of a poem. And this one is from the one who inspired me to get into poetry in the first place, Mr. John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, otherwise known as J.R.R. He was best known for writing something called Lord of the Rings, which another dude by Peter Jackson went and put onto film and made into a movie. But anyway, he was my favorite storyteller. He was my favorite poet because every story that he wrote had a lot of poetry in it. And I'm going to do one of my favorite ones from him. And it goes something like this. ELBERETH GILTHONIEL, Sylvan Penna Miriel, Ominos Aglar Elanath, Nachayad Penna Duriel, Ocolaterim Edarath, Venulios Lilitathon, Nepayar Sineth Bayaryon. And you're like going, what the beep was he saying? Well, I don't know what language you speak. Well, maybe I do, but I'm going to just take a gamble and do it at least an English version, which translates, O ELBERETH star kindler, white glittering slants down, sparkling like jewels, from the firmament the glory of the star host. To remote distance far having gazed, from the tree-tangled middlelands, Venulios, to thee I will chant, on this side of the ocean, here on this side of the great ocean. And there is a response to it for anybody who cares about J.R.R. Tolkien. It goes this effect. Ah, ELBERETH GILTHONIEL, Sylvan Penna Miriel, Omenel Eglar Elanath, GILTHONIEL al ELBERETH. We still remember, we who dwell in this far land beneath the trees, the starlight on the western seas. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll see you in about a week or thereabouts, or maybe that week's already passed, depending on what time you actually watch this video. Have a good one, and may God bless you.